Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 21.5K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below. Really good promos, especially with FanDuel. New customers, bet 5, get 200 in bonus bets if you win. Go ahead and take advantage of that, guys, in the description below. Other great promos as well with other sites. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today as we head into the weekend, starting with the New York Mets versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at -150. The Mets +120 with the over-under at 8. Mets coming into this matchup 35-38. The Cubs 36-39. Pitching for the Mets is Jose Quintana with an ERA of 4.98. Pitching for the Cubs is Shota Imanaga with an ERA of 1.89. Quintana, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Imanaga, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Now the Mets, coming off a Rangers loss, ending their 7-game win streak they were on. They're pretty hot right now still. Cubs coming off back-to-back giant wins. The Mets, 7-13 on the road against the Cubs. They've had their struggles on the road there. Imanaga been very good on the mound for the Cubs here. Barely gives up about 1 to 2 runs. This one's tough because you got the Mets coming in playing well, and you got the Cubs coming off, nice 2 wins there. Imanaga just been good on the mound. When he's on the mound, they get wins. I think I gotta take the Cubs. They've just been very good with Imanaga on the mound, and they play well when he's pitching. I think I'm gonna take the Cubs at home today. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -140. Arizona +120 with the over-under at 10. Arizona coming into this matchup 37-38. The Phillies 49-25. Pitching for Arizona is Jordan Montgomery with an ERA of 5.53. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 5.33. Montgomery, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Both pitchers, give up runs here. Arizona coming off a Washington win yesterday. Phillies coming off a Padres loss. Arizona 4-1 against the Phillies. They've actually been pretty good head-to-head here. Yeah, pitching-wise, Walker, he's coming off 2 okay starts here, but, he hasn't been that solid this season. Montgomery hasn't been that great either. He gives up a lot of runs here. I think the over's sitting at 10. We could definitely see a lot of runs today. I like the Phillies, though, just at home. Arizona not really playing that well right now. Been spotty. I wouldn't say they're not playing well, but they've been spotty. Phillies haven't played that great. I think it's a good spot for the Phillies. Back at home, I'm going to take Philadelphia in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at -180. The White Sox +140 with the over-under at 7.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 20-56. Detroit 34-40. Pitching for the White Sox is Eric Fetty with an ERA of 3.09. Pitching for Detroit is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 3.01. Fetty, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Flaherty, he's coming off 3 straight 0-run games here. He's been very good on the mound for Detroit. The White Sox coming off back-to-back Houston losses. Detroit on a 4-game losing streak. It's been a bad 4-game stretch for Detroit. They've scored 0, 1, 1, 1. Scored 3 runs in 4 games here. Bad stretch for Detroit. Their last win was actually with Jack Flaherty on the mound. And I think he's been very good. And I guess they 3 straight 0-run games here. Flaherty's been good. Maybe that'll give them the kickstart to get back, and they got a great matchup against the White Sox here, who are 0-5 against Detroit. They're 1-4 on the road against Detroit here, and I think Flaherty could give them that extra push to get the win at home, and I'll take Detroit in this one. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Rays opening up as road favorites at -120. The Pirates +110 with the over-under at 8. The Rays coming into this matchup 36-39. The Pirates 36-38. Pitching for the Rays is Ryan Pepiot with an ERA of 4.57. Pitching for the Pirates is Jared Jones with an ERA of 3.76. Pepiot, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Jones, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pepiot gives up a lot of runs here. Hasn't been that good on the mound. He's given up 5, 4, and 3 runs here. If they coming off back-to-back Minnesota wins, Pittsburgh coming off a 1-0 Cincinnati win. Tampa Bay 6-0 against Pittsburgh. They've actually been very good head-to-head here. Not in love with the pitching situation for Tampa Bay today. Jones coming off a 6-run game, but his other 2 games he's been decent, giving up 2 and 0 runs. I like the Pirates are good dogs today. You're looking at an even team right here, and so I think Pirates can get their first win against Tampa, and I'll take Pirates +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the New York Yankees. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 7.5. Braves coming into this matchup 41-31. The Yankees 51-26. Pitching for the Braves is Chris Sale with an ERA of 2.98. Pitching for the Yankees is Carlos Rodon with an ERA of 3.07. Sale, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Rodon, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Atlanta on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a 3-game Detroit sweep. Yankees, they're coming off a 17-5 loss yesterday against Baltimore. Bad series against Baltimore. Couldn't get anything going on yesterday in that game. Just one of those games here. Atlanta just 1-5 on the road against the Yankees. They've had their struggles against the Yankees. Both pitchers vulnerable to giving up some runs here. Both have been solid, though. I expect a big Yankees bounce back. You get a team that got beat down like they did yesterday. I think they rebound today. Baseball, they play pretty much every day. You're going to have a day where you just get lit up, and that's what happened. They are 5-1 at home against Atlanta here. I think they bounce back today, and I'll take the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Cincinnati Reds. Boston opening up as... Actually, it's looking more like a pick'em scenario. Both teams -110 with the over-under at 9. Boston coming into this matchup 40-35. The Reds 35-39. Pitching for Boston is Cutter Crawford with an ERA at 3.54. Pitching for the Reds is Andrew Abbott with an ERA at 3.42. Crawford, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Abbott, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Boston on a 5-game winning streak, coming off a Toronto sweep. They're playing very good right now. Cincinnati coming off a Pirates loss. They've been very spotty, just 1-4 in their last 5. Boston 8-1 on the road against Cincinnati. 15-5 against the Reds. They've been very good head-to-head here. Both pitchers give up some runs here, but I really like the way Boston is playing. In a pick'em scenario, they've been the better head-to-head team. They're playing well right now. Nice 5-game win streak built up. I think I'm going to take the Red Sox on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Miami Marlins. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -170. The Marlins +140 with the over/under at 7.5. Mariners coming into this matchup 44-33. The Marlins 25-49. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 3.34. Pitching for the Marlins is Trevor Rogers with an ERA of 5.09. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Rogers, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Seattle coming off back-to-back Cleveland losses. The Marlins coming off back-to-back St. Louis wins. Seattle 1-5 on the road against the Marlins. They've actually struggled against the Marlins here. Marlins 3-7 at home, not really a good home team. Kirby coming off 2 really good starts on the mound, giving up 0 and 1 runs. This is a good spot for the Mariners here. Bad 2-game slump against a very good Cleveland team. They're still playing good despite those 2 games here. Miami, they've had a bad struggle, a little 2-game win streak, but nonetheless, they've played pretty bad overall. I think it's a good spot for Seattle to bounce back here, and I'm going to take the Mariners on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Kansas City Royals versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -150. The Royals +130 with the over/under at 7.5. Royals coming into this matchup 42-34. The Rangers 34-40. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 3.39. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 3.15. Singer, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eovaldi, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Royals, coming off an Oakland win, had a bad stretch for the Royals. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Rangers coming off a Mets win. Both teams not really playing that well right now. The Royals 1-5 against the Rangers, and not a great looking matchup here. Both pitchers give up some runs. Not really sold on the Rangers being a kind of a mid to high favorite. Not really in love with that here. Take a shot with the Royals +1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Houston Astros. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -160. Houston +130 with the over/under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 49-25. Houston 35-40. Pitching for Baltimore is Grayson Rodriguez with an ERA of 3.20. Pitching for the Astros, looking like, for what I'm seeing on ESPN, it's Jake Bloss. He'll be making his first start of the season for Houston. We'll see if that holds up true. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's been solid on the mound here. He's given up 2, 2, and 1 runs in his last 3. Baltimore coming off that 17-5 win against the Yankees yesterday. They played very well on a 2-game winning streak. Houston also on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back White Sox wins. Baltimore 7-2 on the road against Houston. They've been very good on the road there. I like Rodriguez on the mound. We'll see what the pitching is going to be like today for Houston. Could be some new pitchers. Yeah. I like Baltimore coming off that hot Yankees game here. Good pitching today. I'll take the Orioles on the road. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Colorado Rockies. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over/under at 11. Washington coming into this matchup 36-38. The Rockies 26-49. Pitching for the Nationals is DJ Hers with an ERA at 3.77. Pitching for the Rockies is Dakota Hudson with an ERA at 4.89. Hers, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 13 strikeouts. Hudson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Washington coming off an Arizona loss. Colorado coming off a Dodgers loss. Washington is 4-2 against the Rockies, so they've been good head-to-head. Yeah, both pitchers give up runs. I like the Nationals in this spot. Didn't have the best Arizona series, but overall, they're playing well in their last 10 games. Colorado just 2-8 at home. I think it could be a good series for the Nationals, and I think I'm going to take Washington on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -150. The Brewers +125 with the over-under at 7.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 44-31. The Padres 39-40. Pitching for the Brewers is Colin Rea with an ERA of 3.29. Pitching for the Padres is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 3.95. Rea, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Cease, his last start, he pitched 3 innings. Gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Brewers losing a close one yesterday, 7-6. Padres, winning back-to-back games here, despite them, struggling these last 2 weeks. Cease hasn't been that great on the mound. He's coming off a 7-run game. He's at his games where he's given up a lot of runs. Rea's been solid, giving up about 1 to 2 runs here. I think Brewers are good dogs today. I'll take Brewers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Oakland Athletics. Twins opening up as road favorites at -170. Oakland +140 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 41-34. Oakland 28-49. Pitching for the Twins is Chris Paddock with an ERA of 5.25. Pitching for Oakland is Joey Estes with an ERA of 5.97. Paddock, his last start, he pitched 2 innings. Gave up 5 runs. Had 0 strikeouts. Estes, his last start, he pitched 2 innings. Gave up 6 runs. Had 2 strikeouts. Both pitchers been getting lit up here. Minnesota coming off back-to-back Tampa Bay losses. Oakland coming off a Royals loss. They're just 2-8 in their last 10. Minnesota 10-1 against Oakland. 5-1 on the road against Oakland, where they've been very good here. Not in love with the pitching. We might get a lot of runs today, but Minnesota, they've just been dominant against Oakland, and I think I got to take the Twins on the road, and hopefully Paddock can have a better game today. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -210. The Angels +180 with the over-under at 8.5. Angels coming into this matchup 29-45. The Dodgers 47-30. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 5.35. Pitching for the Dodgers is Landon Knack with an ERA of 2.61. Sandoval, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs. Had 5 strikeouts. Knack, he's coming off back-to-back 1-run games. The Angels coming off a 2-game Brewers losing streak. Dodgers coming off a Colorado win. The Angels 0-10 against the Dodgers. 0-6 on the road against the Dodgers. They just have not been good against the Dodgers here. Sandoval hasn't been that good on the mound here. Knack been very good. I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. Then the last matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -120. Toronto +110 with the over-under at 9. Toronto coming into this matchup 35-39. The Guardians 46-26. Pitching for the Guardians is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 5.80. Currently, it's undecided for Toronto, so we'll see who ends up pitching for Toronto today. Carrasco, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Hasn't been the greatest on the mound. He's had a couple 5-run games, 2 to 5-run games, so definitely vulnerable of giving up runs. Toronto, getting swept by Boston. They did not play good in that Boston series. Then Cleveland, coming off back-to-back Seattle wins, played very well in that series. Cleveland 12-3 at home. They're a very good home team. You know, I think Carrasco can have a decent game. We know he's capable. We'll see who ends up pitching for Toronto, but Guardians playing well, playing good at home. Blue Jays on a bit of a little slump. I think I'm going to take the Guardians at home, and hopefully the pitching comes out today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.